How's it going today, folks? Busy day on the farm again. Been moving a whole bunch of stuff around today. Day started out quite cool and windy, so we spent the morning in our workshop sorting things out. Won't show you that because it's quite dark and dingy and stuff everywhere, so not really much interesting to see in there, but good that we were able to get some time sorting things out, so that was good at least, and finally getting a few things organised in there after it just sitting for a couple of years. Long year of organising ahead of us, but lots of tree planting to come between that, so going to be an interesting year, that's for sure. Outside here we've been working away, moving some stuff around. We've cleared the pots that were here. Now we've got them moved alongside our potted tree field. Just move them out the way. This is where we're going to be expanding out the potted tree field of course, so we got to clear the area. So got some of the pots moved, a few more to go here, a few more dead trees to unpot and add the soil back into the pile here. This is just kind of topsoil that's left over in front here, so this just has to be moved somewhere else when we expand the field here. But for now we're just working on the pots and getting those out of the way. A few other things to work on here though. Our scrap metal pile is in the way, so that has to all go. Going to borrow the dump trailer from the guy that rents the pasture from us. He has a dump trailer he's allowed us to use kind of when we need to, as long as he's not using it, so that'll be a little easier to load that all into rather than trying to stack it on a flat deck. So appreciate him for letting us use it, so that definitely helped us out. Might save a couple of things here, save the weights maybe, but see how that goes in the next couple of days here. Got to get this all moved and clear out the way so we can get the new section of fence up. That's one of the next big priorities here, is making sure we have enough room to put all our new seedlings. We got almost 3,000 of them coming, and they'll be here mid-May, so you know we've only got a couple of weeks, 3 weeks tops, to get all this ready and finished for it. There's a few poplar suckers we have to take care of in this area too, which we'll get to in the next little bit here. Probably dig a few of them out, a few of them will not be able to dig out, just depends on the condition they're in, how many shoots are coming up in the spot that they're in. Ones that are like 5 or 6 stems all coming from the same spot are not really great to save, but ones like the one in front here that are a single stem out of the ground, they can be pretty good to save, so we might look at saving that one and a few others that are like that. In the background there you have the manure pile. I have to move that somewhere as well. Squirrel or something in the grass behind me there, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to have to move the chain link here. I don't know if we're going to use the chain link around the new area yet, or whether we'll just put up some of the black snow fence again for now, just a temporary measure. Kind of depends on the timing, how things work out, but lots to do, not much time to do it in, as usual. This is where we moved all the pots to, just alongside the fence of the potted tree field here. Kind of a out of the way location for now. It's one of those things we want to build the new area out, get that all ready, get all the new seedlings in, and then we'll worry about this fence line, whether we move it out a bit or not. We'd like to move it out a little bit, I think. We can get a little room if we clear some of the lower limbs on the poplars on the right there, and square off that far corner there. That'll give us a bunch more room to work with, and yeah, so we just kind of had to get these guys out the way for the new area, and it's a convenient spot to put them. Kind of a pain having to move them multiple times, but you know, that's life sometimes. You have to move things out the way. And yeah, the bummer is half of these probably won't make it, but you know, we'll see what happens. I had some watering issues with these guys last year. Just they were outside of the potted tree field and kind of forgot about them for a few weeks, and by the time we got to it, it may have been too late. I'm not sure, so just kind of have to wait and see this spring and see what recovers and what doesn't. So yeah, I kind of have a few issues like that around, just not having enough room in the potted tree field and having stuff outside like that, and we don't have a lot outside, so we kind of forget about it because it's just not a lot there. So that's one of the reasons we want to expand the field here this year and just make it a little bit bigger. You know, we have 3,000 seedlings of course coming, which we need to make it bigger for that, but make it a bit bigger for the existing stuff we have that doesn't even fit in. Down the far end there, you might be able to see the tamaracks there. They got chewed a little bit by deer this year, so we want to get those in this year as well, so they don't get chewed again. Bit of a bummer having them get chewed like that. They definitely get slowed down a little when they get chewed, but you know, that's life, I guess, when we can't get everything in. You know, we're always a little bit behind the 8 ball here. Just kind of how we've been right from the get-go, and it's kind of our fault, you know, not planning things out properly. But flip side is we haven't known everything either. You know, we are new at this sort of scale of tree farming. You know, we've done small stuff in our backyard in Airdrie, but never anything this big. So yeah, it's been a bit of a learning curve along the way. With, you know, finding out what stuff gets eaten and what doesn't, and having to build the fence after things get eaten, and then oh, that fence didn't work, let's try a different one. And yeah, it's been a bit of a rocky road for that, but overall we've done pretty good, and really happy with the result. And you know, just need a bit more permanent fencing solution, I guess, is the only criticism I have, but we'll get there eventually. Grow bed looks like it's doing pretty good. We've had a little bit of pine damage from the deer, and some losses from, I guess, cold or something, I don't know. But yeah, a few pine losses, but most look pretty good still. The spruce look really good. There's a couple of little brown tips and brown stems and a couple of them, but nothing major, nothing that will impact them long term, so all looks pretty good. Have to get in there at some point and clear out some more of the weeds and stuff that were growing up there, and get some more mulch down. As you can see at the bottom here, there's a pile of grass clippings from last year that have to get out there and spread. But hopefully you'll be able to plant a few more things out this spring in the grow out bed here, but we'll see how it goes. This is going to be probably a little bit less of a priority than getting things into pots, so yeah, see how things go, and see what we can get in here later this year. But overall, things are looking pretty good, so pretty happy with how it's gone. This area is where Piggy was this past winter. Unfortunately, our last pig passed away during the winter there. I think both of them may have came to the same demise. They ate a plastic bowl for whatever reason. I don't know why. They were being given lots of food, but I don't know, maybe they just wanted a bit more than what they had. I don't know. Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, especially after investing so much into them. But yeah, so it's a bummer to lose them, and bummer to not really know why, but I can only assume it was the plastic bowl. I found it broken up in here, in the first one, and took out the bits I could find, but yeah, and a few months later the other one found some bits of something, I guess, because I found her, I should say, found her laying there dead, and there's a few bits of plastic bowl next to her, so I don't know if she dug it up or just I'd missed something somehow or what, but that was next to her, so yeah. But on the plus side though, we have the space available now. We can plant out in it, maybe some veggies or some trees, I don't know yet. We'll see what time we have, but it's kind of a nice area. There's a bit of grass in here, as you can see. There's some starting to grow up in here, but overall it's pretty bare, so some decent soil. Could use a bit more compost in it, but that can be worked on over time, and yeah, go from there. But just have to try and find the time to plant it out. That's the biggest trick. Another task I have to get to pretty quick here is getting these poplars under the power line down. They're getting a little closer than they should, I think. I mean, I'm not a power expert as such, but I mean, they're not super close, but by the end of this growing season they'd probably be pretty close, if not touching, so I want to get them down before it's too late. Don't need any big sparks along here, so I want to try and get that done in the next week or two here, so hopefully I'll be able to get that done. It's a bit of a shame to have to cut them down. They're nice big trees, but you know, if under the power line, not a lot I can do. And, you know, we need the space long term for the either the potted tree field or the grow out bed, whichever one we decide to go with more. We'll need the space for that, so either way they gotta go. And yeah, I'll have to try and get it done in the next couple of weeks here. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you again tomorrow. Another busy day coming up. Weather's finally turned nice, and almost time for irrigation, so it's just go, go, go right now. My step counter is showing over 15,000 steps a day for the most part, except for a couple of days which were not as nice weather. And yeah, on busier days it can hit up to even 20,000, so kind of scary, but that's life in the fast lane, I guess, as they say. But yeah, anyway, catch you next time. Thanks for watching.